You might want to insert images into your blog posts or your pages, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You start by putting the cursor where you want the image to go in your post, and then you click on this Upload/Insert link. This window will open up that lets you drop files. You just drag and drop images into the into that window there. So let's drag an image, and once the image uploads, you see this thumbnail of the image, and it lets you edit information about the image. You don't need to be concerned with all of these fields, so I'll just walk you through the ones that you care about. First is title. By default, this is going to grab the name of the file. Chances are you're going to want to change this, especially if you are uploading product images. A lot of the images of products that you have either the vendor name or a part number or something in the file name, so you don't want to let people see where you're getting your products. So if there's something in that title that is going to give away your trade secrets, then you might want to change that title. So we'll just change this one to Writing Instruments. Alternate text. This one is actually very important. This is the text that search engines use to index your images. So when you do a Google image search, this alternate text is how it knows what images go with your search text. But even more important, if someone is using a text-only browser, or if someone is blind and using a browser that just reads text to them, or if for some reason an image doesn't load, this text is what will show up instead of the image. So it's pretty important to have something descriptive here. So we can say humorous image of a child writing on a wall. If you want, you can include a caption. It's totally optional, but if there's something you would like to explain about the text, or I'm sorry, about the image, the caption will show up underneath the image. And if you're just putting an image on a post or page, don't worry about a description, although you will use descriptions on the unique finds and hot list pages. Link URL. By default, this links to a large version of the file, or of the image. Chances are you're going to end up using a small version of the image within the post or page, so it will link to the large version of the file. You might not want to have any link at all, in which case you can just click None. If you do want it to link to the file, you can click on File URL. You probably won't want to use either one of these links. You can also manually enter in a link to something completely different. So if you want to link to a vendor's website or an artist's website, or anything you want, you can type in there. Alignment is important. This determines whether the image shows up on its own line, whether it's to the left or right with text wrapped around it, or whether it's centered. And then size. You can choose whether you want a small, medium, large, or full-size version of the image. So we'll just go ahead and stick with medium. Now, when you've entered in all of this information, there are several choices down here, and this can get a little confusing. You want to click Insert into Post. If you click Insert into Post, then your image will be inserted into the post. If you click Save All Changes, it's going to look like nothing has happened. That's not quite true, because it saves all of this work you've done up here with the title and the alternate text, but it won't actually insert the image into the post. So you don't want to click Save All Changes. There are cases where you might want to click Use as Featured Image. The featured image is in blog posts, it will show up at the top of the blog post. On pages, the featured image is the large image the large image here that shows up at the top of the page. So if you want this to be at the top of the page, you can click Use as Featured Image, but most likely you're going to click Insert into Post. So we insert it into the post, and there it is. Now I just want to show you what happens if you do click Save All Changes. Then you look at your post and realize, oh no, that image that I uploaded didn't actually end up in my post. In that case, go back to the Upload and Insert link. And if you click on this gallery link up here, this shows you all of the images that have been inserted into this post. So earlier I uploaded this image, but I didn't actually insert it into the post. So if you click on Show, again, it gives you the opportunity to fill in all of this information if you want. And now we have the Insert into Post button. So now I can insert that image into the post. And I think that's everything you need to know to upload and insert images.